Just for those that have been asking if the chemtrails have stopped or not. No, they haven't. Certainly not over me. Just avoid getting hit by the Asda van. We've been having chemtrails all day. Here's a bit of a time lapse of it. Well, I've had a very interesting day today. I lost my shit, and I shouldn't have, but no, I should have actually. I was coming back from the shops before. There's 4 kids sat at the church. They'd be about 14, somewhere around that age-wise. And doing no harm to nobody. I see them about a lot. I did have a bit of a discrepancy with a couple of them in the past, but, you know, it was dealt with there and then, and ever since then they've shown me respect. So I've no, you know, kids make mistakes. Kids say things they don't mean sometimes, and I'd never hold anything against kids for something like that. You know what I mean? I did it when I was a kid. I gobbed off to people when I shouldn't have, and you do regret it later. So you know what I mean? You never hold things against people. But they're all sat there. They are no harm. They are absolutely no harm, these lads. And this woman who was out walking a dog, because this is what people think makes their time out of the house more acceptable than others now. Part of the dividing of society, and it's worked very well. She walks over to them, within 6 feet of them, I might add, and she starts having a go at them because there's a group of 4 of them there together. Now I got there towards the end of it. I saw her walking over to them, and I thought she's going to be bloody saying something. So I sort of hurried my step up and got over there. And as I got there, I just heard her saying, "You shouldn't be hanging about." And this lad turns around, he goes, "We're all brothers," which I had to chuckle at because there was about 3 different ethnicities there. It's possible though, but I know they're not. I know the families. Anyway, but she just turned around at that point and she said, "Well, you're very selfish." Well, oh shit, I couldn't help myself, and I shouldn't have got involved. Or should I? Do you know what? No, I did, and I should. So I shouted, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" I said, "This is the fucking society this has turned into now." I went off on one. It's ridiculous. But I just, this is what gets me. It's the narcs, the grasses, the snitches. It's these people that are, it's bad enough with the police taking the actions that they're taking. For this woman to go round and start policing the fucking place herself, I thought, no, I'm not having it. She puts her head down and she's fucking walking up, and I'm fucking screaming at her, "Go back home, you fucking stupid bitch. How fucking dare you walk round trying to fucking police people? Who the fuck do you think you are?" And I went over the top. I did go over the top, and I should have been calmer. But, you know, she was walking away, and so I did have to shout louder and louder for her to still be able to hear me. And then I'm turning round to these lads and I said, "Don't fucking listen to people like that." I said, these lads look terrified. They're just looking at me like, "Oh shit, what just happened?" I said, "It's just the fucking flu." I said, "People are so fucking brainwashed, it's unbelievable. She'll be one of those fucking seals." And I'm shouting at these lads now because I still want her to hear what I'm saying as she's scurrying off down the street with her head hung in shame. I said, she'll be one of the fucking seals out there clapping fucking every Thursday night. Fucking brainwashed, brain dead arseholes. she's fucking come closer to you than you lot are all together. Who the fuck does she think she is? I don't know. I might have gone over the top a bit, but it just wound me up, and I'm fed up of the police taking extra actions. I'll put a link in the description to a video of a guy where a policewoman has gone up and she's telling him and his family that they can't play in the front garden, which they can. And it's interesting actually what you can and can't do, because unlike 99% of the population, I've actually read the act that was put through Parliament and enacted into law. There's some very worrying stuff in there, like in Scotland and I think Northern Ireland, I didn't see it under the England and Wales section, but they can force immunisation. That is very worrying. The changes under the Mental Health Act that have been changed through this legislation, they haven't changed the act itself. I suppose the Mental Health Act itself, the aspects that this overrides, they must be suspended or something. I don't know how it works exactly, but this overrides it anyway. This over-trumps it somehow, which technically isn't supposed to happen. You're not supposed to have that in law, where one law overrides another one. It's not actually allowed. But then there's a lot of things that aren't allowed that are happening at the moment. And this is what annoys me with this, because I know there is this flu pandemic going around. I actually accept that. What I don't accept is that it's any worse than any other previously. Now, I could be wrong on that, because it might be a stronger form than we've seen previously. But even if it is, the measures we've gone to here are just beyond belief. You cannot impose the kind of restrictions that they're imposing on us. It really does take me back to when I've read about Nazi Germany and the way the Jews and many others were treated. You needed your papers to go somewhere, you had to wear a badge. Well, your badge is coming, it's going to be called your Certificate of Immunity. Or Bill Gates's Vaccine 2020, whatever it's called, ID 2020, where it's going to be a digital badge. They point something at you and see, oh yeah, he's immune, he's not immune, he's affected, he's not affected. Yeah, hey, sound familiar? Not only are the government taking us down this route, but the police are going one step beyond that, well, more than one step beyond that, and enforcing their own made-up laws. And people in the street are then going another step beyond that and thinking they've got some kind of authority that they haven't. Shouting after this woman. At these lads, really, but it was directed to this woman. They were countering. I said, she's going to be going home now and ringing the fucking police. And he's like, are they? Shit, what? I said, yeah. I said, that's what everybody's been fucking told to do now. Go and report people to the fucking police. I said, they're all grassing bastards. Fucking country's full of them now. The fucking world is. Absolutely fuming. I turned around to her, I said, look, I'm sorry, lads. I said, I'm not meaning to shout. I said, I'm just fucking wound up with this whole thing. I said, she's really pissed me right off. And they were laughing by the end of it. So, fortunately, I didn't leave them petrified in a corner, but... But anyway, getting back to what I was saying. I unlike 99% of the people in this country, have read the Act. And I cannot find anywhere in it that talks about this social distancing. I cannot find anywhere in it that says you can't leave your house. And this is why the government is calling it guidance every time they talk about it, because it isn't in the Act. Now, there's a lot of pages. Maybe I've missed it. Please, if you've seen it in there, correct me in the comments. I don't want to put out bad information, but I've read over it once. It got very wordy. There's certain bits I didn't read through thoroughly yet, because it melts your mind. And I'm going to be reading it again and again. And this is why I've not been replying to comments or putting love hearts on them. I know people like that. I like getting them. So apologies that I've not been getting back to people in the comments. I've not been getting back to emails. I've just got too much on my hands at the moment with everything I'm doing. I'm going to read through it again with a fresh mind and see if I can find these bits. But I'm telling you, and I urge you to do the same, read through it. And if you find it, let me know. Section, paragraph, let me know. There's all sorts of craziness going on at the moment. I had to laugh this morning at about 2 o'clock in the morning. I heard screaming and shouting in the street. I thought, what's going on here? And there's people having a row in the street. It happens a lot. I'm going to play the audio. It's not the best because I'm filming it from inside. I was in bed, you know what I mean? I had to get up and hang my phone out the window to film and listen. While you carry on watching these chemtrails go, I'll play this and just... It's funny because even like arguments in the street now, people are arguing and then halfway through the argument it's like, keep your social distance away from me while you're talking to me. In the heat of an argument and they're still harping on about the government propaganda. Oh, it's fucking mad world. Get me out of here. Sooner the better.